Hello everybody. Today's not Sunday, but I decided to prep for the next 3 days. In the sink defrosting, I have tilapia and chicken breast. I'm changing it up this week from my ground turkey breasts and tenderloins last week. I'm going to throw these on the grill, put them with some veggies, and put them in my Tupperware in the fridge. Okay. Like I said, this week is chicken and tilapia. This is my marinade I did for my chicken. It's just low sodium chicken broth, some Monterey chicken from McCormick, and a little bit of pepper. Depending on if I have any garlic and onion in the fridge, I use that, or garlic and onion salt or powder, again from McCormick, and a little bit of meat tenderizer. And I'll put that usually in the fridge overnight, but today I'm just going to put it in there for, I'll cook the chicken last so I can marinate the longest. However long it takes for me to cook dinner for my family, the tilapia, let the grill get hot, that's how long it's going to marinate today. Alright, this week I decided to cut my chicken breasts into strips just because this big, sometimes 6, sometimes 9 ounces of chicken breast gets really dry, and I'm going to cut them up this time just to do something different and hope that they are a little more juicier. I'm just going to cut them the long way like this and put them in my bowl. I do take off these little clumps of fat and I just cut them. I'm still going to measure out in between 3 and 6 ounces after it's cooked, depending on how I'm using them. If it's in my salad, or if I shred it up and make a chicken sandwich. I just think it will cook juicier this way. And it'll also take less time. Sometimes those thick, uneven 6 to 8 ounce chicken breasts, they get dry and they take a long time to cook on the grill. And last one. See, this is one of the big ones that end up being 9 ounces. Just cutting off the nasty little fats. I'm just going to cut it into strips. I also have some cornflakes. Maybe I will make my own little version of chicken nuggets. Bread it with the cornflakes, put it in the oven. Tasty, tasty, tasty. I do and I don't care the size and thickness of each strip. I do care about all this little grossness though. Just put them all in the bowl like that. And now the tilapia.
Mommy, why are you dancing?
There's only going to be 3 tilapias because I prep only 3 days out or so, because after 4 days, mostly 3 days, the food starts to go bad. And so I learned very fast to not do a whole week's worth of meals. But the tilapia, sometimes I put lemon pepper, or I like any of the McCormick seasonings, occasion, the mozzarella chicken. Today I'm going to do something a little different. For the tilapia, I am going to use some black pepper, a little bit of the lemon pepper, the McCormick, and actually going to put some lemons in it. First, I'm going to just sprinkle some pepper. And I'm out of pepper. A little more pepper. That's enough. It's almost done. A little bit of lemon pepper. Alright, a little bit of onion pepper. Not too much. And just thin slices of lemon. Little extra flavor. And I just put them on top like this. And I'm going to use this side to squeeze a little juice. And there you have the tilapia. I'm going to cover it with foil and put it in the oven 405 for about 10 minutes. My meat marinating and baking, I'm going to do my vegetables. Just do the one. Get off my mess. Gotta love these Clorox wipes. I'm going to use my regular cookie sheet, old cookie sheet, but it still works. And I'm going to put just a dab of this extra virgin olive oil. Towel, and I just smear it like this. I posted a picture on my Instagram, I think I put it on Facebook, of the roasted veggies that I did last prep time. That was some zucchini and squash, a little bit of broccoli, bell peppers, and carrots. This time, I'm just going to use some broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. Got frozen this time Because when I went to the grocery store, I knew I wasn't going to use them right away. In the beginning of my transformation, I wasted a lot of fresh veggies by stocking up the fridge a week or two out before I actually wanted to use the food, and that's bad. And I just pour it on like this. Sometimes I do it as soon as I get home from the store, and that's when I use either the fresh ones out the produce section or these right here come in the bag. It's a lot more than these, and it's fresh. I usually use these for my salad. They're just carrot sticks. But since I'm out of lettuce, I won't be making any salad, I'm going to roast them with this. When I measure this out when I eat it, I do between 1/2 and 3/4 cup. All of it together. Sometimes a full cup. It just depends on how I'm eating that week or day. And you can get these already mixed up in your freezer section. VIP California baby blend. I usually use these for the kids. It's the exact same thing. I like the bigger pieces for me though. And I just mix it up like this. My oven's already hot. That's at 400 because the tilapia. Sometimes I'll leave it at that. Sometimes I turn it up just a bit. It just depends on how I'm feeling or the texture and taste that I want. Sometimes I leave them plain. I use just a little bit of salt and pepper. Sometimes I use my McCormick vegetable seasoning. I'm going to use this time, and I'm going to roast them. Last time I roasted them, I sprayed it with a little bit of olive oil Pam. I tried to use like 3 sprays, just 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to put them in there for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to broil them like, I don't know, I'm going to look a minute at a time until I see them get a little toasty. The leaves, the little branches of the broccoli will start to get a little crispy, and that's when I'll take it out. Most of the time I pour a little water on these. When I was rushing and I didn't one day, I noticed it wasn't a huge difference when I didn't, so that's why I'm not this time. Just to get some of the ice off. It's okay. Didn't change the taste for me. I wasn't bothered by it. And I just sprinkle like this. I put it in the oven uncovered, and I'll let it, because they're still frozen, cook kind of medium low heat 5 minutes, and then I turn it up and I watch them like hot because I don't want to burn them. If you do use the Pam, I did last time, I'm going to see how it is without it this time. Like I said, I just did 3 squirts, 1, 2, 3. Really simple. And then it's going to go into the oven. Okay, I'm back. I decided against the quinoa because I haven't had sweet potatoes in a minute. So I'm just going to cut these up and put them in some boiling hot water and mash them up. when I put them on my plate, depending on the day and what I'm eating at the time, calories and macros, I'll either eat 2 ounces all the way up to 6. And when I have a sweet tooth, sometimes I will put a little cinnamon on top with a little sprinkle of some stevia, not even the whole pack, just a little sprinkle, maybe half of a stevia pack, and it tastes like the sweet potatoes we have for Thanksgiving. These sweet potatoes are super fresh. You can still see the milk coming out of them as I cut. Lovely. I just cut them like this. Not too big, not too small. Put them in hot water. Till they're nice and tender, I let them boil. Then I drain them and then I mash them. I keep it pretty simple with my food. The simpler and the easier to prep, the better for me, just because I'm super busy with work. And now that school is out, we'll be chasing around 4 kids and football practice and swim lessons and taking them, just keeping them busy throughout summer break. I need meals that I can just cook real quick in between doing laundry. Whatever's fast. I like fast and simple. And that's it. I do them like this. Put them in the hot water. Measure out. It's usually between 3 and 4 ounces on a regular day. A little bit of cinnamon and stevia. So yummy. My chicken is on the grill. I just flipped it. I'm gonna cook it on this side for another minute or 2 and take it off because it's pretty much done. Just needs 3 to 5 minutes. Look at that. The food is all done. Now it's time to put them in the Ziploc containers. And you've seen my pictures. I just lay them out like this. And then I just load them up. My veggies. I've done this enough that now I can pretty much eye 3/4 to a cup. And just put it in all the corners. Carrots and a broccoli. A little crisp on the edges. That's how I like it. Roasted veggies. Even a few of the little cauliflowers. I like them roasted and toasted. Just gives it a different texture. Then I pull out my lovely scale food scale and I measure out, we'll do 3 ounces of sweet potatoes. And the sweet potatoes, just boil them, skin them, still how I cut them. Put it on a tray, zero it out. Add this. And that's 3 ounces. And there's not much left, so I'm just going to scrape all this in here. Usually takes about 2 potatoes. You see how big that potato was. And I do the same with my chicken. Zero it out. Put my chicken in. And I just do in between 3 and 4 ounces. If it's a little more than 3, just under 4, it doesn't really matter. Because the calorie range that I try to stay in between, I'm in it. So I don't have to hit exactly every single calorie. I don't like to nitpick. That's what drove me crazy in the beginning of my journey. Trying to make sure every single calorie and percent of macro was perfect, when about is good enough. It's not going to change your results too much, and it's not nothing to super duper stress over. That's all the chicken ones. And then I got these left over for the tilapia. Those don't need to measure out. They come prepackaged. Most of them are 4 ounces. After you cook them, they shrink, but most of them are still 4 ounces because there's not a lot of fat on the fish. all I do. Used to do it every Sunday for the whole week. Now I do it every 3 or 4 days. The food will last about 3 days in the refrigerator. So that's why I do it every 3 days. Keep it fresh. I hope you enjoyed watching and that you get an idea of my meal prep. If you have any questions, you can message me. And maybe I'll do this again every time I switch up my meals. I'll show you how I cook certain things. I don't always cook everything the same. And until next time.